I actually have a copy of this. I think it's borderline 9.8, which is why I might save myself the effort. Oh, okay. $55 is as high as I'm going. See, I told you it wouldn't go up to $200. No way. Me? That's all I'm good for. I can send my book in and I'll probably get a 9.8. Knock on wood. That's a steal, though, if they get it for $56 or $66.71. Excuse me. So that's $76.81. Not a bad price. Not a bad price. Fair price. I would say that is. It's about market value, y'all. Don't you think? What say you? Wow, you already had a 9.8. Okay. Okay. All right. Since I have, this is what I got. This is what I'm selling right now. This is no, I didn't. No, I did not win. This is a cool book. This is the Mexican Cosmopolitan Cosmo variant Harley Quinn. It's an okay copy. It has a really bad. It has a that fold right there. Come on now, that fold right there is going to keep it from ever being 9. But yeah, I like this book a lot. All right. I have one of these Jason Momoa Aquaman 28 for sale. It's gotten some interest. I don't know. I like the book. I thought it was very cool. Didn't like the movie as much as I thought I might. So I'm putting it back up for sale. Wonder Woman 61 through 70, Ogre 3, Andy Tom Rone's book. Any of you wrestling fans, this is an Asuka autograph card. It's pretty cool. Big Asuka mark, autograph card. Hillbilly 1, already have a signature series of that. This is a cool book. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, yeah. Strange Tales 107. Any of you guys wear this? This is a cool book. Jack Kirby cover from 1963. Just a cool book. One of those covers that when I saw, I just fell in love with it. And Yeah, it's a beautiful cover. But I will sell my books if the price is right, for sure. Mortal Hulk 21 to 33, or 21 to 30, yay. Realm, yay. Walking Dead. I wish these books would sell. These JSC, these books. Shouldn't these have been sold by now? I think so. Don't y'all? It's a good price. Heroes in Crisis, Popeye 1, Deceased. Anything else interesting in here? Really? Not really. Some interesting things I've sold, maybe. What pop you find, Z? Walk through one. Aftershock Comics, Garth Ennis. I just sold that. Lois Lane 8, Flavor of the Week, Natalie Saunders, Holly comes from the Theater Special 1. I sold that to pay for the Pink purchase. Once in Future a lot. Doors t-shirt, Oscar, Star Wars Force Awakens. So, yeah. Oh. That was my eBay account. Yeah. Yeah. Top 10's always fun to talk about, I guess. Do I like this cover? I don't. No. I get the Power Rangers thing. No. Undone by Blood. That was a good read. I like that. What folks are buying week to week. It throws me off. I'm into what I'm into. So, yeah. Would have been nice to win that Harley book for a song. Is that how the expression goes? Oh, excuse me. So $81. That's not too bad a price for that. This is what I got mine for. No. I'm trying to get another one and shoot. Hey, Magic Lasso. Thank you for checking in. Appreciate it. And appreciate the hell out of the shout out today. Appreciate that. I don't know. I'm just bullshitting over here. I was bidding on a book here. This Harley Quinn book. Talking about some weekly books. I mean, if you want to jump in about your favorite books or favorite reads or whatever, I'd love to hear from you. And once again, anyone interested, here's a link. So, join or don't, no pressure. But I will tell you something. No. Magic Lasso. These books. Oh my God. Well, forgive me for focusing on that, but these books were stunning in hand. Yeah, really, really nice looking books. I got those this week, shared them on my channel. There's that. So, and let's go back to that. And I mean, the retro thing Archerm is doing. I mean, there's no other. I mean, how else do you put it? It's just fucking cool. I mean, this looks old as hell, and it's beautiful. Oh. Carolina Chris, if you're still here, you have this one. It's nice, jelly cover. No, I actually wanted to tell you. I'd actually tell me. Yeah, what issue? A lot of people don't know, actually. We're educating the people here. If you tell me, if you tell us. All right, let's look it up. This is Magic Lasso, educating y'all. Okay, cool. I dig that. God. Now that I got you on here, Magic. Trying to think of some of my other favorite Wonder Woman covers. I mean, at some point, I have bought all the Wonder Woman covers I've ever wanted. I and I'm into the more obscure ones right now. Yes. Oh, my wife's no. My wife was calling me off. I want to get this in a 9.8. If you're into graded books, this is kind of a cool cover. I have a handful of the. Oh, hey Chris.
Can you see me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me pretty good?
Yeah.
Make sure this fucking mic's set up right.
Thanks for joining, man. Thanks for joining.
Yeah, man. All right, I think it's a little bit better. How's the lighting? This lighting might need to.
As pretty as ever, man. As pretty as ever.
How's my makeup? Is my makeup good?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, dude, that Harley Quinn book, I was looking it up on eBay, man. This shit's going for like, they are selling for crazy prices. Let's see what it sold for.
The pink one?
Yeah, the cover you got. Oh well, one sold for $50, a plain trade, and a Virgin, which back in December sold for about $80, which I think that was a set of 2 pre-sale. What was the book selling for when it initially sold?
25.
Sanders cover.
25.
Oh shit. I tried to get my hands on one, but Big Time Collectibles, I think, had just sold out right when I had put my order in, which that's the story of my life.
I think I got mine for around $50.
Oh wow. Damn.
So so the one sold for $66 plus $15 shipping, so $81. I mean, that's not robbery.
Yeah. It was like when I had started collecting comics, period, which wasn't in my younger days, because I didn't even really get to collect comics as a kid. I did, however, get to grow up watching Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Voltron, Thundercats, et cetera, et cetera. But my cousin had sold me, I want to say it's these 2 copies right here, when he initially sold me issues 8 and 9 of New 52. And from there, I had went to a Comic-Con afterwards and was like, boop, the bug hit me, man. Really, it's like I've always loved art. Even as a kid, I could really, really draw good, but I've lost that talent. And I've always loved art. So in the beginning, I was cover buying like crazy until I like actually started reading the stories. So my goal in the beginning was like to get the whole New 52 run, which is 30 issues. Now I do have issue 0. And then I have a couple issue number 1. I think this is the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive.
Yep, I have a couple issues of that.
The holiday special and
Not sure I have that one.
The road trip joint.
I've had that one at some point if I didn't sell it.
Yeah, and then that's where it stops. I never got like the number 1 first print. And Grab Those Keys, who has a YouTube channel, who I met at Baltimore Comic-Con, which is really why I started my YouTube channel. I was posting all my books on Instagram before, and found out I was standing in line with him at Tom King. He held my spot while I was actually able to run over and grab Jim Starlin's signature real quick. And me and him clicked and found out he had a YouTube channel. I think he's got like 700 some subscribers, but he stopped posting stuff to his YouTube because he's getting engaged and he got a job. And he actually had sent me in a AOK, which is when you go to my YouTube channel and you're not a member, and you're like a first-time person on my channel. That one video that pops up, the intro video, that's the intro video. When I did the unboxing, he actually had sent me issues 4, 5, and 6, and I was blown away. Like the reaction on my face is straight genuine. I did not know I didn't even know who sent me the book because he didn't put his name on the package. When I opened it, I was like, oh my God. Why? You know what I'm saying? And like, so now I've got all the issues, but I've got to get issues. I got number 1. I mean, I can be satisfied with that, but I'd like to have the number 1 first print, number 1, number 2, and number 3. And then I can like really sit down and dive into this, man. You know what I'm saying? So I've got all 30 issues right here, pretty much. And plus all the Rebirth copies that have came out. But dude, yeah, and the Birds of Prey movie, man, it's a pretty solid movie, man. I actually liked it, I mean, the beginning, I was like, yeah, then the fight scenes, I was like, when Harley got that bat, I was like, oh shit, bro, she was kicking ass. Oh my, and then, but I did want to see Black Canary kind of, do the canary cry a couple times. You know what I'm saying? I think she actually did it once, and then spoiler for anybody who haven't seen the movie, she cracked the cup. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh But when she let it go, bro, she let it go. And Harley rode the wave. I was like, oh my God, yeah. But what you think about the Black Mask?
The what?
The villain, Black Mask.
Oh, kind of lame. But I mean, any criticisms I have of the movie, I mean, it was a vehicle for Harley Quinn. They gave us a Harley Quinn movie.
Right.
They named it wrong. It's no way. Why did they call it Birds of Prey? I have no problems with the way they butchered the Birds of Prey characters, but I can see why people were bothered by that. But I mean, we got an awesome Harley Quinn movie, so and that's all I wanted. I mean, that's all we wanted with the Suicide Squad movie.
Yeah.
Marketed wrong. Bad title. I mean, I don't know. It's hit and miss. I mean, Harley, you're a fan or you're not. She's a very polar character. She annoys as many people as people who loves her. So, but we're fans, you know.
Yeah, her movie style was kind of like a female version of Deadpool. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I kind of can see how they got the name Birds of Prey in a way, because like the Birds of Prey, the characters were kind of sorry, but yet like the Birds of Prey were formed from the movie. You know what I'm saying? So, but they could have titled it something else. Seriously.
Yeah, but I mean, I've read some critiques. It's just like it's so much different than Birds of Prey. Like Oracle, Barbara Gordon is not in there, and just like. I don't have a problem with them changing Black Canary's gender or race, but they did do that. Whatever. There's a guy, Young Ripper. He's a black guy, and he's like, "Well, why is Black Canary black?" You know.
Yeah.
So I mean, stuff like that. You know, and people tear into it. So.
Is she? Who's the sister? The sister of God? Who's that guy, man? That he played in the movie Empire, the TV show Empire, and he's like made them false claims about somebody tying him up and making racist comments. He's like all over the news. I forget his fucking name, but his sister was supposed to be playing in the movie. Was that her?
You got me.
Yeah,
I have no idea. But I mean, I left work. Was it 2 weeks ago? Yeah, it was 2 weeks ago, and I left work Friday, and my wife and we had the movie theater to ourselves. Watched it at like 3:30, and I was like, "Wow, I love it!" And then it gets trashed. So,
wait a minute, I just found out it is his sister, Junie Smollett Bell. That's her name, and that's Jesse Smollett's sister. Wow. Okay. Yeah, but yeah. So I don't know, man. It's but I mean, hell, we got Harley Quinn though, and she's going to be a Suicide Squad. And I have no doubt James Gunn is going to bring that home, man. I'm really excited to see that movie.
You think Harley will be in it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Is there any where she isn't?
No, but I mean, it's just like the movie did. I mean, did it bomb? That's up to interpretation, I guess. I think it will make its money back. The fear for me is Margot Robbie will abandon the character because she's great at playing it.
Oh shit! I hope she doesn't.
Well, I haven't heard that, but I mean,
oh damn, it's made my heart skip a beat. I think she was born to play that role. Oh, my God,
she does it really well, for sure.
Oh. I know a lot of people are complaining about the outfits and shit, talking about how she's dressed in the show. I'm like, Jesus Christ, bro. They want to see a sexy Harley Quinn. I don't know. Like my mom always said, opinions are like assholes, and everybody's got one.
Yeah. I'd go watch Suicide Squad if you want to see her in her underwear. I mean,
yeah. Oh my God, yeah, dude. But yeah, I've almost read all my books this week except for The Man Who Fucked Up Time, which that's from last week, I believe, and Mother of Demons. I haven't read these yet. X-Men was crazy. Excalibur was pretty good. X-Force really good.
I haven't read that. I still need to read 6 and 7.
Oh yeah. It's been pretty solid. Benjamin Percy's really killing it. And the clock, this is pretty good. Issue 1 was kind of crazy. I kind of liked issue 1, and issue 2 is really good. Kind of bummer at the end of it. And Alienated.
As far as X books, which is your favorite? Is it Marauders?
That's a toss up, dude.
This is really good.
X Force has really been at the top. So
I refuse to read all the X books, and this is one I chose, and I'm sticking with it. I'm enjoying the hell out of it.
Yeah, it's been really solid. I mean, X-Men is pretty good. Marauders is cool, man, because I like Kitty Pryde, man. But I mean, the question is, Kitty Pryde really dead? Will they bring her back? You know, what's going on with that? Dollhouse Family was really good. These Joe Hill books are pretty good. I mean, well, Lolo Woods, I don't know, I can't say that's one of my favorite books, but.
And you read Thor 3, right?
Oh my God, yes.
That was epic.
Oh shit, yeah. Especially like with Thor throws his hammer at Beta Ray. Beta Ray's holding his hammer. He's like, look, nothing in this universe can stop my hammer once it's called in my hand. And Beta Ray Bill's holding his hammer and yet. You know what I mean? Can't nothing stop your hammer once it's called in your hand. And yet I'm sitting here holding it, bro. I was like, oh my God. That was crazy.
Yeah, I mean, that's close to one of the most epic Thor issues I've ever read. And I've read Thor for a long time. It was very good.
Oh, yeah.
Did you pick this up at all?
I wasn't able to get my hands on it. And I've heard a lot of people talking about it. I have put issues, the rest of the issues on my pull list, and went ahead and pre-ordered issue 2 to make sure I get it, if I get it. But hopefully I'll be able to find issue 1. I don't think it'll be too much of an issue, hopefully.
It was good. It was good. I'm not sure I'm going to
What's the synopsis of the story?
It's a little it goes back and forth on the timeline. A cowboy's child gets kidnapped, and that's all I really remember about that. But then this girl who is in modern times, or like 1971, she returns to the same timeline or the same town to avenge her family's death. And this is the more interesting story, just because it's the more cognizant. Is that the right word? I think it is. But it just alternates between this the two timelines, and very, very just interesting and well done book.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I'm going to keep reading it, but I mean, respect. It was a very well done issue.
Oh shit! Yeah, hopefully.
And I love westerns too. So
yeah, I grew up watching westerns with my grandpa. Crazy. Yeah, he used to have me watching a lot of John Wayne stuff.
But we may have to get our ducks in a row and do our favorite Harley Quinn issues.
Oh yeah, dude. Oh my God.
That could be fun. Have you done that before?
Nah.
All right. We could do that.
Did you read this?
No, I heard it's awesome.
Oh, dude. Hey, there's not a lot of, and I was reading this by myself in the quiet, no TV playing, just sitting there in my chair reading it, zoned out. And I was like, I had just lost my mom 2 years ago. I've been to a lot of funerals in my time, a buttload. I like so many, I'm kind of numb to death. You know what I mean? Unless it's like my kid died, that'd be a different story. But it's just like, I don't know. And when at funerals, you've always got at every funeral I've ever been to, there's always somebody, maybe not at the funeral or at the wake or afterwards. There's always somebody who complains like you wasn't there for them when they needed them, or you didn't take the time to go over there and take care of them. You was always at work. You was always off at the club. You was always off out of town. You never really took the time. And there's always somebody complaining about who didn't do what when they were alive. And kind of get that, if you're going to read it, I'm not going to spoil it. But yeah, actually, I kind of almost shed it. I didn't full on cry, but I kind of felt like something was going to come out while I was reading this book. And I'm like, that was crazy, man. You know what I'm saying?
No, people heard the issue. I've heard that from more than one person.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy. I think it's not really like somebody's like, oh, it's just another Batman book. It's not really. I don't think it's a Batman book. It's more like a family book. And when the rock of the family, the person that holds the family together, dies, how does the family cope? You know what I'm saying? And this is no different. This is no different than most families I've known that's lost people. You know, it kind of, right afterwards, bro. And it's a really, really good issue. And yeah, Venom was a good, solid issue too as well. Eddie Brock's a beast without his symbiote. Immortal Hulk, yeah, I read that. That's it's pretty good.
I thought it was good. Yeah, I got my Immortal Hulk here too.
You haven't read it yet?
Oh, I read it. Yeah, it was good.
Oh, yeah. What was that issue 25? That thick one, I believe it. That was the one that lost me. I have no idea. I think it was 25. I want to say
lost a lot of people. Lost a lot.
Yeah, Savage Avengers, pretty good. Yeah. Conan the Barbarian is one of my favorites. Yeah. The Crimson Twins. And little fuckers creeped me out when I first seen them. I was like, yeah, these little goddamn kids are something else. Thor, that's really good. Yeah, that's pretty much all I read. Like I said, I got like 2 more books to read, and I'll be pretty much done. But yeah, I fell behind. I've noticed like a couple people was like, yeah, they fall behind. Is once them weeks keep coming, it's hard to get caught up. I'll sit down every like Saturday or Sunday night. Usually I don't read my books this early, but I'll sit down like every Saturday or Sunday night, knock out what I got to read, and that's it. So
I don't know. I get excited on a Wednesday, and I want to get right into it. But I usually film my comics and beer video on Wednesdays, so there's that, and I get into my books, and so yeah, there's that.
I had to read Thor Wednesday, man. I had to jump into that. So I had already heard it was a crazy issue. Plus, you got Beta Ray Bill and Thor. I had to see how that was going to happen.
It was really good. Let me ask you: did you get all the DC references on the second issue?
Oh yeah, Flash, Batman, Superman, like the streaks.
Immediately, you got that?
Well, I think something was spoiling it on Twitter or something, so I knew it was coming.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I had heard that, and I mean, it just seemed like a big Thor Galactus fight to me. So I feel like superhero reviews back in the house. I need to read it again with my Cliff Notes because all the references went over my head.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Oh, Beta Ray Bill pops up at the end of issue 2. That was a bad. Look at that outfit.
Yeah, it's cool.
Crazy. What's that? Yeah, dude, that first page in 3, man, where he's got like, what was that, like the blood of Galactus on the end of his hammer or something? That purple.
Yeah.
That was a crazy. Yeah, here we go.
What an epic first page, and I mean, it was just nonstop.
Oh yeah, it's crazy, man. Your gods will arrive: a sun god, a god of emerald light, a god of dark, perhaps, a god of the ocean, of speed, of strength. This universe, like so many before it, is protected by legions of gods. Yeah, it's crazy, bro. Johnny Cates is on some other stuff. You're your hero. Yeah. Oh, shit.
So that Spawn 1, the 9/8 signature series.
Yeah.
You were very excited about that.
Yes, sir. Well, I mean, the T. McFarlane, I was like, I had heard about the T. McFarlane comics coming out, and I'm like, well, you know what, dude? I mean, who knows how many books he's actually signed with T. McFarlane? So this could be, could be like something that's different. You know what I mean? I mean, obviously, it's Todd McFarlane. It says it on the CGC label, but I got no problems with the T. McFarlane. I don't know. Maybe he should let his hand rest or something for you. I mean, how hard is it to write Todd? I don't know.
Well, yeah. I have no problem with that. problem with that.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen I've seen Jeff Smith from of Bone fame. He wears a brace on his hand, and people just bring stacks of books. I mean, you got to see you got a SSCGC label. If you think you're losing $100 or $200 because it's T over Todd,
no,
I dispute that.
yeah. That was like the second newsstand I had. Nah,
we got Mark Spector in the house.
Oh, what's up, bro?
All right, guys. How are you?
Backstage, Dan. yeah, I got no problem with the T McFarlane. Yeah, totally no big deal.
So introduce yourself, Mark. Social media, all that. Favorite reads of the week. Boom, boom, boom.
Hey guys, it's Mark Spector Comics. YouTube channel is the same name. Mark Spector Comics, the same on Instagram. Books I've been reading lately. Picked up Venom 23, Thor #3, Immortal Hulk, and then a little bit of everything.
Cool. I want to shout out Comic Wars and Jimmy Linguini. These guys are OGs that I've known since forever. So yeah.
Hey Dan, let me ask you. Do you know? I know I've heard of it, but isn't there a Harley Quinn? I want to say is it San Diego Comic-Con exclusive or whatever that smells like hemp, or it's got like a marijuana smell to it or something like that? I heard about.
Yeah. They did. Yes. They had one. It might be really hard to find now. And this was a few years ago, and it was a book you could sell for like $20 week of release, and I did. I had one, and I sold it.
Oh God.
Modern speculation is so weird right now. Because I mean, there's so many of us doing it. And I remember a few years ago, there was a book you could find and sell for $20 or $25 shipped. And there's so many people selling books now that, I mean, it's your flavor of the week book sells for like $15 shipped now, if you're lucky. So there's that. But yeah, I definitely remember that the Harley book.
Yeah, that's like that Batman '89 that hasn't even came out yet. The A&B copy's already selling for over $50 because of Punchline.
Is it really?
Yeah. I'm like, Jesus Christ, bro! My God.
Oh,
I'm still salty. No. Shout out to Dylan's Comics, who actually is sending me a copy of Venom 23 Scotty Young cover, because I had put in a pre-order my LCS for 2 copies, got there and there was none, so I was really salty about that. I mean, I'm a big fan of Scotty Young, and I ended up getting the book. I got it because I was reading the story. I mean, I wasn't going to sell my copy. I mean, I know a lot of people were like selling them for $18 and $20, but you know, if I'm only going to get one copy, I'm not going to sell it, obviously. But I could have got my hands on 10 copies. Oh yeah,
I was telling people about that last week. That was my pick of the week. I knew it was going to be a hot book. It was going to sell for like 4 or 5 times over cover easily, just because it was a Donnie Cates and Stegman first cover appearance. Which, honestly, in 5-6 months, it's going to be down to cover price.
Yeah. I'm hoping to go to MegaCon in Orlando this year and run into Donnie Cates for the first time. And I've got like 3-4 copies of Venom #3. I want to get him to sign. And if I get that Scotty Young cover, I'm gonna get that signed as well.
He's accessible as hell.
I mean, I haven't seen him in North Carolina yet. Like, I know he's came, but I haven't seen him yet.
He hasn't came up to New England area either. So whenever he does come up to the area, I'll try to get some books. I do have a few of those Venom 3s I want to get signed as well, but it's probably never going to happen.
It's the first appearance of Punchline, Hack. Yeah. Oh, hold on. Damn. I left the tea on the stove. I'll be right back. Shit.
Yeah. What are you drinking?
I got a Sierra Nevada. It's some hazy IPA.
Is Sierra out of Boston? It's not.
No, it's out of California.
So why do you go with that rather than something local?
It's just what I picked up this week. I just wanted something craft, nothing crazy. I get whatever I can find.
That's cool.
I think I have the can right over here just to show you guys.
So That would be something fun to talk about. Batman 89 and Punchline. But yep. Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. I picked that up before because the can looks so cool.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, hazy IPAs usually don't disappoint. So, but Punchline thoughts, you guys?
Going forward, like value wise, or
In general, whatever.
I think it's gonna be a good book to just, if you can get one, just pick it up and flip it. I don't think there's gonna be anything particular going forward on that character, to be honest.
She's supposed to be the replacement for Harley Quinn, correct?
New Joker's girlfriend. I will say this. She looks interesting. You know, the setup for a Harley adversary looks. I mean, if that is there, I mean, it could do very well. But it does also seem like one of these characters that's being force-fed, like Crush and or Joker's daughter. So we'll see. The look of the character looks very cool. Like, is that her? Yep. She looks like an Asian Joker's girlfriend.
Oh yeah, that's my type of chick right there, bro.
Yeah.
Harley Quinn's my type of chick too.
So is it this week that the Batman 89, is it the cameo appearance of that character? Is that what it is?
89 is, yes.
Yeah. She
And
didn't
then,
show up in 88.
And then what is it? The Year of the Villain number 3 is the full appearance next week. So.
What do you say, Z? I can't read that. It's like a little fucking.
Yeah, there's a few other books this week that are going to be pretty hot. I think it's Bang number 1 by I think it's Aftershock is already sold out. The Ash Can that came out back in December, it was a 2-per store that they were giving them away. Basically, nobody wanted them, and now it's already supposedly going to be optioned. I don't know, whatever that means, but it's going to be a hot book this week. There's a few books I'm looking at. A lot of indies that are already, selling for well over cover.
HAQ79, thank you for tuning in. Long Box Diving, thank you. Hello. Z Collects, if you guys don't know, he had that epic stream last night from like midnight to 5 in the morning. That was great.
Yeah, Z, I tried to hang, man. Me and Z and Tank were on like Call of Duty the night before till like I didn't go to bed at 8 a.m. that morning. I went to sleep for like 2 hours, so I was like, I was tired as shit. I hung in the live as long as I could, but I had to pass out. I went to 5 hours? Oh my God. What time
They went till 5 a.m.
Oh my God.
Oh, wait.
Did you guys end up reading the Immortal Hulk 31 this week, the first Glow Boy?
Yeah, that was great.
I haven't had a chance to read it yet. Do you guys think that character is going anywhere? There hasn't been any first appearances in Immortal Hulk in quite some time.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, it was a good read. It was a good read.
Yeah, I got the last 2 issues. I went to the LCS this past week and picked them up. This one and the.
Oh yeah. I gave away a copy of 30 last week. I had ordered 2 issues, man. I just gave one away for the hell of it. I don't know what I was thinking, but.
And then I picked up that Venom 23, just a cover A.
Yeah, that's all I got. Good story. Did you read it?
No, not yet. I'm not caught up yet with this week's books. I'm about a couple weeks behind.
Oh, God.
I try to, like I said, I read like 30, 40 issues a week.
Yeah.
And, and I do read some other stuff going on. I've been trying to catch up on the Moon Knight, the first series. A few other stuff here and there, so that gets puts me way behind, unfortunately.
I guess I read about at least 10 issues, 10 to 15 issues a week, sometimes maybe 20. 30 is a lot, though. Woo!
Yeah. Depends on how much free time I have at night,
I said that when I first started reading Immortal Hulk, I was completely behind. I had just been buying like multiple issues of every copy, which I got them in my Hulk box over here. And I think it was at issue 20. And I was like, you know what? Fuck this. I went ahead and sat down and read all 20 issues. Took me like I read like that day and the next day, the following day, but I had them read in like 2 days. I got totally caught up, man. Trying not to fall, but there is some books I'm behind on, like Baby Teeth. I bought all the issues of Baby Teeth, and I've yet to read an issue. Action Comics, I'm totally behind on that. I think I fell behind around issue 1013 or 14 or something like that. I'm not that far behind, but I'm kind of far behind, you know. So there's some issues I need to sit down and really get caught up. And when I get issue 2 and 3 of this new 52 Harley, bro, I am gonna sit down and knock out all 30 issues of this.
Yeah, I think a lot of my problem is I try to read everything that's going down the list on Midtown, and then sometimes if I just don't get a chance, it puts me weeks behind, and then that's my problem. I try to like just read as much as like the indies, the DC, and the Marvel stories, and then because I can't always pick up all the books I try to get at the store because I got a rather small LCS. So unfortunately, a lot of times I can't pick it up and I have to catch them on digitally. And then that's what gets me way behind.
How many shops do you have in your town?
The good thing is I have quite a bit. I have like probably 5 or 6 LCSs, but they get a lot of the big common titles. They don't get a lot of the indies. And I like to read a lot of the indie titles.
Indies is where it's at, man. A lot of great books. Yeah,
there's been a lot of good indies.
Have you read that book called The Clock?
Yeah, I like the issue 1. I haven't read issue 2 yet.
Issue 2
that was Image, Chris?
Huh?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, I got it right here. Yeah, Image.
Yeah. It had to do with like a cancer virus, I believe it was.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
But you know what happened in issue 1? His wife, right?
What's that?
In issue 1, his wife kind of.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh my God! Wait till you read issue 2. So sad. Oh, at 20XX issue 1 and 2's on my shelf, my LCS. I didn't pick it up, man. I kind of heard it was a good book.
I really loved 1. Issue 2 was just so dialogue heavy. It annoyed me, and I'm pulling for the book. So this will either bring me back in or I'll drop it.
Yeah, see that book that you got there, Dan, The Undone by Blood? None of my shops near me had it.
Same here.
You know, and I heard that was a pretty good story.
It's great Western. Yeah.
So that's going to be one of those I'm going to unfortunately have to read it digitally. And, you know, and then hope down the road I can probably find an LCS that has it. If I like it, I can pick it up.
I'm fortunate, man. I have an LCS right by my work, so I'm able to take a break right at 10 o'clock and go pick up my books.
Mm-hmm.
They don't carry indies that much, the one by my workplace, but I have the diamond pull box thingy, so that's very cool. And I get 20% off and free bags and boards, so that's cool. And there is an LCS right by my house, which carries all the indie titles. So when I miss something, I can go pick it up there. So that's cool.
Nice.
That's my LCS story. I'm sticking to it.
There you go.
Nice,
Do you have a lot of LCSs near you, Chris?
Nah, I got 2. I got mine, Dragon's Lair on Yakin Road, and Second and Charles. Second and Charles really doesn't get anything in unless you have it on your pull list. Which kind of how my LCS my main LCS, he gives me 20% off all my books. I usually get what I want. You know, some occasions I don't. My cousin actually works there. He's the one who fills the pull list orders each week, and he's a huge comic book collector himself. He's probably got like 45 long boxes in his room. So he's got a lot, dude. You know, some people need key collector comics and this app to know what keys out. He don't need that. This dude's fucking knowledge is crazy, man. He was collecting comics before I even thought about it. But he always gets the choice books for himself, which you can't blame him. You know what I'm saying? He works there. He's filling the boxes. So he sees a book like, oh, we only got one. It's mine. You know what I mean? So sometimes I don't get the books I want, but most of the time I do. And the other LCS, when I hadn't been going there for a while, and I started going back, and when I did, he's like, Chris, you wanna set you up a pool, get your discount or whatever? And I was like, I don't know if I was paying for my pool list or my discount. I really didn't understand that. So he was like $14.99. I was like, all right, they talked me into it. I was like, all right. So 6-7 months goes by, and the owner walks up to me. He's like, "Chris, you want to renew your box?" I was like, what do you mean? You know, and he's like, "Yeah, $24.99." I was like, "The hell." I just paid you for it. I don't really understand. I still don't understand and I only get like 14% discount there. I get 20 at mine, and I don't got to pay for nothing. I don't got to pay for the discount. I don't got to pay for the box. Now I kind of may understand why some people charge for a pull list, because people forget their books and end up not picking them up. But I think if you as a shop owner let somebody get over a month behind and not pick their books up, and at least say something or give them a heads up, look, if you don't pick your books up, I'm putting them on the shelf. And that's kind of on you, you know. But like I said, I don't even know what I was paying for. I don't know if it was for the discount or for the pull list. So I got kind of a sour taste in my mouth. Also, it's like 30, 45 minutes from where I live at. My LCS is 15 minutes from where I live at. So, you know, I really support one of them, but can't support both.
I've heard stories of people getting charged for having pull boxes, and you know, I don't really understand that. The two shops near me where I have current pulls, I usually go try to get there either once a week or once every other week, depending if it's a bigger week or not, to get my books. And then the other LCS where I don't go as frequently, where I only have one book on pull, she usually gives me a text when the book comes in.
Oh, nice.
She does me an extra step, which is really, I appreciate that.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, the LCS by my work, it's just like we're bros. I mean, we're sending emails back and forth, and every once in a while, it's like, "Oh, thanks for being such a great customer." I'm like, well, okay, I thought we were bros, but whatever. But yeah, I'm a customer. Okay.
Yeah, see, I've showed this to people online before. I wish I could figure out how to pull it up on screen, but this is my LCS. Let me click on my pull list right here. These are my books on my pull list, right? So I can go, you see the trash can sign on the other side there. I can hit that and take the book off my pull list. These are all the books that are on my pull list. I can adjust my pull list from my house, which is good and bad. But sometimes you're sitting at the house, you're like, oh, see, look out, that's a long pull list, bro. I seriously need to take some books off. Still going. So yeah, and then you get down to the bottom, see special orders. This is like if say Thor's got a Scotty Young cover by chance. I can go down here, click the Thor Scotty Young cover, pick 2 copies, 3 copies, 4 copies, and then that's my special orders list of books that I've ordered through there. So
is that the diamond pull box thing, or is that something your LCS is doing?
It's called ManageComics.com, and it's set up through my LCS. So I just like I said, I can go in there and put books on my pull list and add them, and then my cousin who'll be at the LCS, he goes on the computer and sees, okay, Chris wants this on his pull. He'll go to Diamond and try to fill the order if he can. So there's no guarantee ever that you get the books you want, but Carolina Chris, you going to Fed with Comic-Con this year? Yeah, bro. I'll definitely be there.
That's really cool. I wish my LCS did something like that. He's more of on the old school. He just writes it down, shoot me an email, something like that if you want a book, and then he adds it in there. Yeah,
that's how he was doing in the beginning. It's like I'd be like, I want a book, and he'd write it down in this little notepad he had, or I would inbox him on Facebook. And I guess he got kind of tired of having like so many things to keep up with. This right here makes it easier for him, so he gets to the shop. And I don't know, man. I don't know if this site right here is specifically just for my LCS. I think the guy who runs this site I don't know, man. You might have to check with him. ManageComics.com. I don't know. Look into it. Maybe your LCS could get this and set it up. The guy who owns the site, maybe he could set something up.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Diamond is doing a thing now called My Pull Box. And my LCS has been talking about it for at least a year, and so they got it set up. So I'm supposedly going to be able to pick and choose my pull books. So, and I'll definitely be posting about it if I like it. So,
yeah. Oh hell yeah! So you can order multiple copies of a book straight from Diamond if you want it. How's that work?
We'll see. I mean, yeah. I mean, I've never been one to beat. I mean, what are the ratio of variants? 1 in 25, 1 in 50, 1 in 75, 1 in 100, all that. That's never necessarily been my thing unless a particular cover strikes my fancy. So we'll see.
Yeah. I rarely pick up any incentives myself.
That's the other thing too, because my LCS is on the smaller side. Like I said, he doesn't get a lot of ratio variants or anything like that because he never orders a lot of them. So that also keeps me it keeps also me in check from not overspending in my weekly budget. So that's also a good thing and a bad thing.
I'll bring up the. I'll keep talking. I'll bring up the last variant I went from store to store to bought up.
I'll pull some other books I just picked up recently.
Yeah, I sat down and read that, man. That was pretty good, bro.
You read that?
Yeah. You read
Haven't
it?
read it yet. This is my little pile that's building up that I got to read this week. I found this book. This is on my other LCS. It was like a Source Point Press book. Picked it up for cover price.
Oh, yeah.
Looked pretty interesting. And then I got this older book. I like these old Sleepwalker books.
Yeah.
Featuring this is the first appearance of 8-Ball. And then to go with that, he had this book there as well, so I figured I'd pay. It was pretty cheap. It was first appearance of Sleepwalker.
Okay.
Why interest in that character? Just curious.
I don't know. I thought the character looked pretty cool. I know there was some spec on it, but I paid $30 for it. It was pretty cheap. These books were like $20 now to grade them, so to get the dirty book,
like 27.
I think this is like 90s, early 90s, late 80s, something like that. Yeah, early 90s.
Yeah, it's like 27 to get it graded. If you want it pressed, that's about another $15 or $12, I believe. So
yeah, I thought it was a pretty interesting character, so I figured I'd pick it up.
That 8-Ball looked pretty interesting. Was his head really shaped like an 8-Ball?
And I thought this was pretty cool because I don't know much about the character, but I love pool. I like to play pool, so I was like, all right.
Yeah, my uncle owns one of the biggest pool halls in Fayetteville here, which I can barely play for shit, but Doomsday. Yeah. That was another book I sat down and read all 12 issues when I finally got that last issue. That was crazy.
Which issue?
Doomsday Clock.
Oh, Doomsday. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. I seen that yellow cover pop up there. Was just showing. You guys are drinking beer. I'm over here drinking sweet tea.
I showed the books just in case anybody didn't see it. There you go.
Yeah.
First appearance of Sleepwalker. Not bad. It's an 8.5. Like I said, for $30, I couldn't pass it up. And issue number 2, which was first appearance of 8-Ball. And there's nothing spec about this character at all. I just like playing pool, so I thought, all right, let's pick this up. Why not? I paid $3 for it. And a nice copy.
This calls for what? What does it say on the front of it? This calls for what?
This calls for you, Bugface. Yeah.
Bugface. Look at his face like a damn ball, man.
Yeah.
They both got some serious face issues going on.
Yeah. So I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Give it a read.
God, Weird Comics on Instagram. He obviously he posts weird stuff. He posted an older panel of Superman punching some tonsils. It just looked like testicles. Funny. Funniest thing ever. Okay, so here was like the last thing that God, this is old as hell. It's 8 years old. Let's see.
Yeah, this meat lover is good, by the way. Anybody wants to know?
Looks good, man. I want some pizza. yeah, I was a total homer for this Jim Lee Wonder Woman sketch. I actually went around from store to store and bought like 3 copies for like $60 and sold them for like $100, whatever.
I have this copy, but it's not the sketch cover. I know that.
I have 2 copies that are not the sketch cover. I have one graded in 9/8 that's sketch cover, but I've always loved that. Jim Lee is hit and miss for me. His pencils obviously are awesome, but they're not always accessible. Is that the right word? I think so. So yeah. Yay.
Yeah, he's gonna be at MegaCon this year too. Like, wow, man, I hope I get to go. I swear, I hope I do.
Oh, you're planning on going?
I mean, I really hope I am, but I don't know. Ain't no way I'm driving, because if I drive long distance and I fall asleep at the wheel, I'm bad for that. I mean, I've never fell asleep at the wheel, but I just know I can't drive long distance by myself. But if I can get it worked out, I can take a plane, man, have a spot set up and everything, go to motel, everything like that'd be good. You know what I mean? I'll definitely go. Money ain't a thing. It's just the driving part.
Where's MegaCon? Is that in Florida?
Orange County, Orlando. So Orlando, but Orange County, I believe, is the name of the place.
Yeah, and a question for Lasso. You don't have that Justice League 12? Get back to me when you can. I'll send you a PM if not. That's a great cover. It's a great cover. Love it. So, yeah. Magic Lasso obviously is a big Wonder Woman fan. So, yeah.
This was the only set copy of 750 I picked up.
That was my reader copy. And I think that's a beautiful cover, too. Oh, and Chris, are you still looking for the Boss Logic cover of that?
Oh, yeah.
Because you can get it for $25.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I'll send it. I'll send you a link for it if you want. Well, sure. Send it in the chat if.
Oh, the other thing I wanted to point out, I got an email by Scout Comics. I don't know if you guys like Scout Comics or not.
I do.
They're doing a promo for this weekend up until tonight at midnight, 50% off anything in their store. And
I saw that. Yep.
You saw that? Yeah. So if anybody in here or in the chat is interested, use their promo code called newsletter in all caps. You get 50% off. There's anything in store that's including store exclusive CGC graded books, mystery boxes, anything. Ended up picking up a mystery box off of them for $30, which was awesome. So that should be coming in this week, and I'll do an unboxing on that.
Scout Comics. I'm on their website right now. I'm a big fan of Stabby Bunny. I actually got to meet Richard Rivera at Baltimore Comic-Con.
Yeah, so I did see some Stabby Bunny in there. They had some graded books. They had some store exclusives on there. So if you're interested in any of those, 50% off.
Yeah, Crucified, The Mall, White Ash, Tart, Smoketown.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I think they have a book coming out this week. Canopus is coming out this week from Scout Comics. I think they pushed that book back a few weeks now, but I think it's actually coming out.
You said Cannabis?
Yeah, Canopus.
But Chris, here's that Boss Logic cover, and you can get the cover dress for $25. That's pretty affordable.
Oh, that's a nice cover.
And I actually think this is the best cover of the 3. So,
yeah, I kind of feel like it was a matter of time before he started doing comics. I mean, dude, he's a master at what he does. So, imagine. Oh my God, that looks amazing.
Yeah, I would like to. I'd like to have a conversation with him on his process, because I mean he does interesting shit. Yeah. And I'm curious as to what he draws and what he takes, and yeah, all that. Because I mean, he started off just doing like UFC posters.
Yeah, He's done a couple comics though, I believe. It's
Well,
the first one he's done.
he's doing comics now. I mean,
Yeah.
he's doing Flash. He's doing Flash 750.
You said he started off doing UFC posters. Who's this?
I mean, he
Logic.
just started off like that poster's not very good. Here's my version of it. You know.
Oh, really? That's pretty cool.
And then
He had something to do with Avengers Endgame. He did one of the posters for the movie, I believe. Yeah.
yeah.
He's a beast, man. You check him out on Instagram, man. He's got some badass work.
Yeah, his Instagram account is wildly entertaining. And Chris, we had this conversation before. I am not wildly into digital art, but you can tell Boss Logic loves what he's doing. It's a labor of love.
Yeah,
and it's not just like bullshit digital art. I mean,
I love all of his shit, man. He actually did poster for Kobe Bryant when he died.
Yep, I saw that too.
Yeah, he's
a lot of heart, a lot of passion in everything he does. Be right back, guys. I've been on for 2 hours. I got a bathroom break.
My 5 hours. It's 5 hours and 2 minutes. There must be something wrong. Yeah, I'm on the Scout Comics website, but I don't see that. Maybe I went to the wrong thing or something. It's like Facebook.
What are you? So are you on the Scout Comics right now?
I see it on the Twitter. It says we're serious people. Don't you know what a secret is? Please stop retweeting and telling people about our new Scout Comics headquarters newsletter and the 50% off coupon you get for signing up. Sale ends Sunday night. Like we're serious, and then they tell the secret. Yeah, oh shit, man. Damn.
Yeah, it's like, you're doing it to help them out as a business by giving them more promo.
Yeah.
And then they retweet out the actual promo code, which is funny.
I know, right? Yeah, dude. I was like, when I had got to meet Richie Rivera at Baltimore Comic-Con, I like fucking fanboyed out like crazy. I think he thought I was crazy when he seen me. I was like, because I wouldn't even make it any sense, like verbally, like what the hell I was coming out my mouth. I could it's like I was looking at myself from the outside of my body in, like, what are you saying, Chris? Shut up, just get him to sign the book. So and he was telling me that Stabby Bunny is supposed to be a 12-issue series, and then the next arc is going to take off with Grace in high school. And I'm like, oh my God, that's gonna be crazy because you got kids being kids wanting to pick on her. As soon as they pick on her, Stabby's gonna come out the woodwork, and it's gonna be a bad day for those kids. So I'm like, that's gonna be pretty interesting. But I think issue 9 had just came out, and it was a big pause from issue 8 to issue 9. And he had those Stabby Ever After issues that came out, but I mean those are all right. But I like to get to the real story, and issue 9 was pretty good, solid read. But I kind of really like that book though. That character.
Nice.
Yeah. Matter of fact, I think I bumped into him at Baltimore Comic-Con and another Comic-Con. Yeah, so I actually bumped into him twice. But he's a great guy, man. Really good guy. I know he had got sick there for a while, but I don't know if it was anything serious or not. But yeah, man, it's a great book, man. I actually like it. I don't even think a lot of people know about Stabby Bunny.
Yeah, I know, but I've never read any of it.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, it's like a doll rabbit that's endowed with mystical abilities, and it's this little girl. Her mom's actually, or her family's has a line of like magic in their family, and the little girl, the rabbit is there to protect the little girl, and there's like these evil entities that are trying to come in and wreck the whole family and all this, and then Stabby comes in and shows who he really is. This is a crazy book, bro. I mean, I don't know way I can explain it.
I did remember seeing one of their covers. I forget which issue it was. They did like a Fantastic Four cover swipe.
Uh-huh.
Now I thought that was pretty cool.
Chris, you are just like tech stuff. Chris, you're using an XLR mic now.
I forgot what kind of mic this is, man. Oh shit. I bought this a while back.
You upgraded though, right?
Yeah, GXL 2200. I mean, I had this for a while. I should get another one, and I got the M Audio. I got an M Audio interface, and I got KRK Rokit 5 studio speakers. But the M Audio, I got a Fast Track Ultra M Audio interface that I paid like $450 for, which something be real cool for you. You know what I mean? Plug guitar and everything into that. It's crazy. But I'm using the M Audio joint right now. Fast Track is just in the bedroom.
Yeah. Just curious, Mark, what kind of mic are you using? Or
So I'm just using my Mac, my laptop. Just
That's cool.
my
Yeah.
Is my audio sounding pretty good from you guys' standpoints?
Yeah, sounds great. Sounds great.
Yeah, 'cause I was always wondering. I see a lot of the YouTubers using like external mics, and stuff like that. I wasn't sure if I was looking into it, which way to go about. But if my my laptop's mic sounds pretty good, then I can just continue on it, just to save some money from that standpoint.
It just depends. At some point, when I was starting to do StreamYard live streams, I was trying to use different audio sources, and it just sounded like.
Okay.
And I had to buy one of these Yeti USB mics, and they're actually quite amazing. It has an Omni setting, so I don't have to have it like. I mean, guys do that, and their audio sounds like, much better than when it's like here. But I just don't want to have. I just don't want the. I don't want the audio arm in my face, so I just want the all room setting with my Yeti Blue, and it's $100 microphone, and it's
Okay. I was just going to ask you, what do they usually go for?
Yeah.
Okay. That's good to know. So it's not like something crazy that breaks the bank.
No. And I mean, honestly, if you want to go, if you want it in your face. And I do think this sounds as good as the XLR mic sound.
Sounds really good. Yeah,
it can be very rich and deep sounding, but I just don't prefer a mic in my face when I'm like, oh, look at my books, So
yeah,
that's why I choose this Omni room setting and.
Yeah, that's pretty much all. From my standpoint, I use my my Mac, my laptop, and then when I'm like downstairs in my workshop recording videos, I just use my digital camera and then upload it. And usually the picture quality is pretty good. I haven't heard any complaints so far from my videos. Until that changes, I'm just going to continue with that. But it's good to know what people are using out there. It's very helps me out. It's very informative.
I'm always interested to talk shop. Magic Lasso has one of the best avatars in the business. I love that. Always, yeah.
That was pretty good. Oh man, we got here. All right, guys.
Oh, we lost you, Chris. Where's your audio?
Check.
There we are. There you are.
Oh yeah. Let's see if can you hear me over here?
Yep, we got you.
Yeah. I got. Yeah, cause on the let me see if I can pull up the interface. Oh shit, I can show you what it looks like. That's what it looks like. This is the small window, and the Fast Track Ultra is a lot bigger, obviously. But yeah, I used to have like a studio set up in my room and stuff, and man, we'd be in there to like 5, 6 in the morning all night, and they're writing, recording. But after my mom died, I just usually after a tragedy is the best time. If you're writing or performing or whatever, it's the best time to do it. To get through it. It's the best therapy in the world, man. You know what I mean?
Heard that, man.
Yeah.
You write your best songs when you're in misery.
Yeah, but it's like after she died, I just really just said hell with it, man.
So I'm not the most tech savvy. So what were you showing there, Chris? Was that like some inputs there in that box?
You talking about the audio joint is here?
Yeah.
Well, see, this is my mic. My mic goes in here's my mic jack, and then my headphones are here, and I can control the volume of the mic.
Oh, okay.
And this is my volume out my speakers.
Gotcha.
Okay, so that mic is at XLR.
Yeah,
and then you have like a 1/4 inch. What goes into the computer? The cord, if you can find it real quick.
Yeah,
okay.
this
Okay.
yeah.
So that's like probably an 1/8 of an inch to a USB cord.
Yeah. And then my speakers, which if I had those, they probably play through the speakers. So that's why I got to wear it.
See,
I like
this
yours,
is
man.
very-
You ain't got to wear no earphones, man. Like shit.
This is very good for me. I'm learning a lot right here.
Let's see what it sounds like if I take my headphones off. You guys hear me?
Yeah.
Microphone ain't it?
No, we got you. You're good.
Yeah, we can still hear you.
Wow. Okay. I always thought I had to wear my headphones, bro.
Yeah,
I ain't that tech savvy no more, I guess, bro. Yeah.
You're actually out now, though. What happened to your volume?
we can hear it. It's just very low.
What about now?
Yeah.
There it is.
Now you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping like I don't want the speakers to go through the microphone, but yeah, okay, shit. Oh yeah. Yeah, dude. It's raining like hell outside, man. My God, I was on the way to damn Pizza Hut, and it's like that fine mist rain where it's almost like snow. And for some reason at night, I don't know if it's my eyes. I have to wear glasses to read, but right when it rains, I can't see the lines on the road. So it's like I'm a sure win to get in a damn accident driving in the rain. So I hate it. Weather here sucks, bro. You don't know if it's going to rain or snow or be sunny one day. It's the thing about Fayetteville.
Well, it sounds like Ohio.
So yeah, that's a normal day in New England.
Oh my God, I hate it. Yeah, y'all get a lot of snow up in New England.
Yeah, we get quite a bit, but this year we haven't gotten as much as we normally do. It's been on the warmer side. We've been getting more rain than snow. You know, right now it's like 36 degrees outside, which is not that, it's normal over here. The night before it was 6 degrees in the morning.
Oh my God. I don't know what the weather is here. It's fucking, yeah, here we go. It's 70 degrees, so 48 degrees outside, rainy.
How many?
48 degrees.
Okay, that's not too bad.
Yeah. The thing about Fayetteville, North Carolina, it's like if we get any snow, it lasts maybe a day and then it turns to black ice on the roads. Like I've built maybe 1 or 2 snowmen in my entire life. That kind of shows you how long it's been.
Oh, Wolf Warner in the house. Wolf Warner in the house.
What's going on, Wolf?
Wolf, what you read this week, man? I know he done read some books, bro. That dude's on his game.
Wolf or anyone, if you want to join, come on in here. We'd appreciate the energy.
Yeah, Wolf's a big indie guy, bro.
Not that we can't carry the load. And no pressure, Wolf. Just hang out. So, Mark, you read as well as spec. I got that from you from the jump.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I do. Like I said, I'm usually a few weeks behind for the most part. I do read as much as I can from, like I said, Indie, DC, and Marvel. I'm more of a Marvel guy out of the big two, than DC. But lately I have been reading a lot more Indies than anything else. Spec wise, whatever. I spec on a lot of shit. I do a lot of, I have a lot of my 2020 goal books that I'm trying to get out and finish earlier in this year, just to get it out of the way and then go from there.
All right.
I actually finished one of my 2020 goals. The last book came in this week, so I'm going to make a video on that. I was actually going to go live on tonight, but I wanted to see what's going on tonight on YouTube.
I want to present something to you guys, and I want you to just present a counterpoint or agree. What? You don't have to agree with me. Disagree or counterpoint, whatever. I think modern spec is dead. I don't know how long you guys have been collecting, but I remember I started back into collecting around the first Sin City movie. God, I'll get into the whole history of it. I was born in 1968. Like 10 years later, I caught the flu. My parents bought me some Spider-Man books. Spider-Man in the 1970s was incredible. It got me hooked. I lost interest when I became a teenager, and then I got back into it in the 80s around the Image craze, then lost interest. And then around 2005, I got back into collecting books around the Sin City movie. I was buying graphic. What are you doing, Chris? You're distracting me.
Trying to get this light out of the way. Go ahead.
Come back to me, bro. And then I started buying. I started reading graphic novels in 2005 around the Sin City movie, the first Frank Miller movie, and then I remember right around when Walking Dead and Outcast and shit like that. I mean, there was a $20 book shipped every week, and now there's so many of us doing this. It's like, I mean, you're lucky to get a $15 book in a week to sell, or a book that stays above $30 after 12 months. I mean, what do you guys think? The state of modern speculation? I think it's dead. Those of us who are paying attention and we're around it, we're getting that book, that the one book that you know that maybe we can sell for $30, $40, $50. But I mean, there used to be a $20, $25 book, 7 years ago, whatever, every week, and it's not happening. Go, guys. Tell me what you think.
I'm on that same board. See, I come from a different perspective. See, I just started collecting a few years ago. I never grew up with comic books. I never had that, I was never fortunate enough to do it that way. So lately, the last, I want to say maybe 3-4 years is when I started collecting comic books, more because of, the speculative market. I knew that there was, money out there to be made. I loved the characters growing up, but I never read any of them. And just from looking at it week to week with New Comic Book Day, I completely agree. I want to say probably 98% of new comic books that you see out there have next to no value, longevity standpoint. And you can see these hot books that you see week to week on New Comic Book Day that may get $10-15 within 6 months to 12 months. They're back to cover, if not less. I completely agree when it comes down to that. If you're in it for the game, for buying books to invest, what you want to get is bronze, silver, golden age books. And I think a lot of people will most likely agree with me on that standpoint. If you want to read great stories, there's been a lot of great stories out in modern comics, New Comic Book Day, but there's no investability in new comics. It's all about bronze, silver, some copper, and golden age. You may get, like I said, maybe that one character that you get becomes hot, maybe 1 or 2 characters a year from new comics that actually becomes hot and may have something long term, but next to none from new comics. I completely agree, Dan.
So we're in agreement. Modern spec is almost dead.
Yeah, it's like a modern book. If it's hot, and it cools quick, man. It's like
that. If you have that
Batman
book,
89.
Yep.
That Batman 89, it's already selling for $50. That's like a damn anomaly. How long is that gonna last?
And that's a perfect example. Like I said, you're probably talking about that less than 5% chance of that character actually makes it somewhere.
Well, so that could be the exception, though.
Yeah.
It could be. It could be the exception. It could be that 5%. But if you can get your hands on one of those, I'd probably say buy it, flip it, and use it towards a book that you actually want to obtain.
I think if I get my hands on at least a couple copies, if I get a couple copies, I might flip a couple, but I'm definitely gonna put me some to the side just in case down the road that character does become big. You never know. You know what I'm saying? I mean, so far from what I'm looking at, and it gives you, when you go to the online DC or whatever, it gives you like a little snippet. I don't know if that's off issue 89 or what, but seems to be damn pretty solid, bro. Like her and the Joker have some kind of crazy little relationship here, man. I kind of see what that's going to be about, Like how's Harley going to feel about it? Is Harley going to actually have a goddamn nemesis? Oh my God.
Yeah, I feel that way about it too. I mean, I think the character does look cool. An Asian crazy clown princess, a nemesis for Harley, could do very well.
Yeah, it has the potential.
But I could pop, but I mean, you are just you're rolling the dice.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, Germ is selling his copies for $80. Thank you, but no thank you. I don't know.
Oh my god, dude. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Is that your opinion on the speculative market, Chris? Your perspective? I mean, I know you read as well as sell, don't you?
Yeah, dude. I mean, lately, man, to be honest with you, hell, ever since damn December, I mean, I'm pretty steady on my eBay page. I mean, you know, with the fees and all that, like, you know, I'm pretty steady as far as sales. But then I'm let me just see some of the stuff I'm selling here, like some of the stuff that's sold. Okay, I did a lot, a Star Wars lot, which is like Princess Leia, Hulk, Books a Million cover, portrait covers, and then that Kylo Ren second print. Sold a couple of Crisis on Infinite Earth Walmart exclusives. A couple of, I don't know, Scarlet Witch and Vision 254 and 24, just because of the TV show coming. Nothing key about those books at all. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, Shazam, a couple Captain Marvel lots, Art Germ covers, and the Walmart exclusive Captain Marvels. Batman White and the Curse of the White Knight. I mean, Batman White Knight lot, issues 4 through 8. Another Crisis on Infinite Wars Walmart exclusive. New Mutants a lot of lots is what I've been selling on eBay.
Yeah.
It's better to do that anyway instead of one because, you know, the shipping and whatnot. But then American Chavez issue 1 through 3, which I paid $1 a piece. I sold that for $16 plus $5.40 shipping. So I mean, I made money off that regardless. But
yeah, there you go.
Yeah, like I mean, I won't sell all my books, but it's like this here. Like I've said this in a lot of my videos, bro. I mean, you don't know if you're gonna be here the next day, tomorrow, the day after, whichever day is your last. And if I passed away right now, there ain't no way my kids can take on my collection. And my son loves to read, like Venom and a couple other books, but he has no idea what it's like to buy these books. He don't know what it cost. Even if he got them and he even thought about selling them, he wouldn't know the first thing to do. So it's like my whole collection is going to turn into a ass load of paperweights, or it's going to go to my cousin, and you can't take it with you. So I mean, if I got something that's hot right now, I mean, I wouldn't sell my ASM 300 newsstand at the moment. I definitely ain't selling my Spine newsstand 9.8. There's some books I will not sell, but some of them, yeah, I will sell them in a minute. I know a lot of people, they're kind of iffy about, I'm not selling my books, man. I'm keeping these things forever. You can't take them with you when you die, bro. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, that's true.
You
know, I had a copy of ASM 300, a 9.8. I bought, you know, this was one of my first books I bought when I was getting into investing. I bought that 3 years ago. I paid, I want to say $1,100 for it. And when that movie came out, Venom, I sold it for $2,400.
What? Hold on. I was kind of caught. What'd you just say again? Heard that about me one more time? Exactly what it was again, word for word.
So, because when I said my origin story of collecting, I was into it for investing.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't grow up reading comic books.
Me neither.
So when I went into it, I was like, all right, I'm going to buy some books here, you know, and see what happens. One of my biggest purchase to date was that ASM 300 9.8, paid $1,100 for it a few years back. When that Venom movie came out, which I knew was going to come out eventually, it was only a matter of time. That book spiked out of nowhere. It was going for almost $3,000. I ended up selling it for $2,400.
I kind of feel like that book's got like still room to go though, man.
Yeah,
like that. I mean, I got a 9.2. It was a 9.0, and it's signed by Todd McFarlane. It's the only one I have, but you know, I paid, I don't know, $160 for mine, which I don't know if it was, you know, whatever. Yeah, but yeah, I feel like the ASM 300's got a lot of room to grow. That book could be one of the biggest books ever. I mean, in the future. I mean, I'm not saying no first appearance of Superman or nothing like that, but yeah.
See, I tend to disagree. respectfully, only because, like I said, I sold that book for $2,400 at its peak. It got up to like $2,500, $2,600, and you look at it now, 9.8s go for around $1,900 to $2,000. And that's mainly because the movie's been, it's over, it's gone with. It may spike up a little bit more when Venom, the second movie, comes out. Long term, it may go up a little bit more in value, but the problem is it's the most graded book in CGC.
Yeah.
So it has that negative aspect going for it. There's so many of them out there. That's the downside.
Yeah.
Long term, it's always going to be a great character. It's very desirable. It's a very desirable key book. But when you have so much out there, I can buy another one right now, a 9.8 for $1,900. It's going to go down more before it goes back up.
Yeah, I'm trying to see.
And when you're trying to invest, you got to pick your spots. I wasn't fortunate enough to pick one up brand new when it came out on the shelf. Those people, you bought a ton of them. Yeah, you're making a ton of money. You can hold on to them, but I didn't have that luxury.
Well, that was dealers. Guys, believe it or not, I was like 21 years old when that book came out. I bought that on a newsstand at 7-Eleven. And
that's awesome.
Fucking beater copy.
Yeah.
I sold it like 10 years before it took off. It was a beater copy, but it was still probably worth $100 or $200, and I sold it for $25. Yay me! But whatever. You win some, you lose some,
Yeah. See, I'm on Go Collect right now. They're valuing it at right now a 9.8 at $1,950.
Whoa, it's a 9.8. Motherfucker.
And as of right now, there's about 20,200 comics graded on the CGC census. That's just CGC. That's not CGX. That's not CBCS. So I'm guessing there's well over 25,000 copies graded.
Oh shit! Yes.
I still though 9698 copies are rare. Don't you think?
Yeah, absolutely.
Nah, that won't fucking focus. There's Todd McFarlane 9.8. 3,000, 300. It's got a mark through it. It's probably over 3,000. Damn. Yeah. And then you got. Well, I don't know, man. It's like you don't think once they get like Spider-Man and a Venom Carnage movie or something, that book might jump a little bit.
Absolutely.
That 3,000 is crazy, though. Yeah.
Once the announcement or once you get a trailer that the movie's coming out, the book will go up in value. But that's the time when you want to try to sell it. You don't want to pick one up.
Yeah.
Right now, if you want one, you want to pick one up now while the prices are down. Like I said, a 9.8 is at $1,950 right now. I sold mine for $2,400.
Shit.
Well, Mark, since you're paying attention to this stuff, what do you think about Batman Adventures 12 9.8?
It's a great book. It's a great book. Definitely a good book to invest in. Yeah. That book has a lot of room to grow.
Do you ever see that book being a $3,000 book, $4,000 book, a $5,000 book? In our lifetime?
Let me take a look at it right now. Batman Adventures 12. All right.
Yeah, damn.
So right now, 9.8s are going. FMV is 1,650. There's 800 graded in the CGC census, and it's trending upward. So year to date, up 5%. So yeah, definitely a book to invest in. I definitely see that it's definitely going to be over a $2,000 book within the next couple of years. And almost guarantee it. And it's a desirable character. Who doesn't like Harley Quinn?
Well, a lot of people, but
that's true. But yeah, considering it's when that book come out in '93, so a character to come out in '93 for that book to be worth $1,600, it's pretty impressive.
Well, I mean, the highest a BA 12 in 9.8 has sold
Oh yeah, it's definitely
It's
sold
been
for,
about around 2 or 2,100. I mean, it's stalled.
yeah, it's definitely sold over $2,000. You know, it's going to have its ups and downs. You know, but yeah, it's a good book to invest in, definitely.
Yeah. I guess that 9.2 I got like it recently sold for about $433. I mean, I can make money off of if I sold it right now, but I mean, I ain't selling it. I'll hold off. I mean, shit ain't but a 9.2. It ain't like a
Well,
9.8. It's the only copy I got.
I'll tell you a good thing to do and something I have done at some of the smaller Midwestern cons, one being the Lexington Comic Con in Lexington, Kentucky, is I went around to all the booths and I went and found the best BA12, talked the dealer down to 375 because I knew it was a 9.6 or a 9.8 candidate. It was just a beautiful copy. And I graded out as a 9.6 and I sold it for like $750. So they're out there. I'm not a big spec head. I'm not like, but you know, I do have my niche. I do have my pockets that I'm good at, and BA12 is one of them. So yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't have that book in my collection. That's a great book to have. Like I said, it definitely has room to grow for people who are looking to buy that book. I know a lot of people. That's a nice book right there too.
Yes. Carolina Chris distracting us. Woo! What is that, man? Grade those bitches, man.
Yeah, hey, look,
I know, right?
9.8, man.
this whole box right here is like all key books, and I am thinking about like getting these graded, but then I got that con I want to go to. But yeah, I mean, still, regardless, I got like 2 copies of the first appearance of Thunderbolts. I got like a bunch of copies of Bitterroot #1. I mean, dude, first Silk, first Miles Morales, marked one per store variant, She-Hulk #1.
I'm still waiting for my Savage She-Hulk to come back from CGC.
I got a #1 copy, man. I haven't sent it off yet. It's a newsstand, bro. And what do you think yours is gonna come back?
It's tough to say because of the white cover. I'm terrible in grading white covers because you just never know. You get creases there. I don't know if they're gonna call it color break. It's just like it's stupid when it comes to white covers.
Yeah.
That book that you just pulled out, the Rise Zero, it's a nice book. I have
I got a 9.8 in a box over here, but yeah.
I have a 9.8 and a 9.6 upstairs signed by Bob Layton.
Oh shit, dude. Nice.
That I'm trying to sell one of them before that movie comes out.
Who's to go? Yeah, then I got my Omega Red, you know what I'm saying? I mean, a lot of these books ain't stuff you're gonna get rich off of, but I mean,
Right.
I got like see, when I went to the con, I bought a lot of these my Miles Morales. When I went to the con, I bought them. I wrote what I paid on the back of the book, you know, and shit, so I keep up with it. And this here,
Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea.
Yeah, I think people say 60 or 65 for that book there. And I got a bunch.
That's one of those books right there. One of those modern keys that is definitely worth holding for the long term. Is First Miles Morales.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, and then these here I had sent off to get Stan Lee's signature before he passed away, and got the news that he passed away. Like he was supposed to do the signing like that week or something like that, and it was like 4 or 5 books I had sent off, which was going to be expensive. I mean, Stan Lee's signature wouldn't cheat right there when he died, but then I got Mark had called me up and been like, well, everybody got the news, but he was like, yeah, dude, I'll be sending you books back. I know you heard the news, and like everybody heard the news, you know, he passed away, but I got 1 book signed by Stan Lee, and that's it. It's Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe, the 9.8 #1 signed by him and Rob Liefeld, which I am not a huge Rob Liefeld fan. I was prior to getting his signature and paying $380 for 3 books to get signed and graded, but yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it was kind of like, that was just, I don't know, bro. I don't know what he normally charges, but that just seemed kind of like a lot.
Yeah, he was just at my my local con back in November. He was there, and I didn't get a chance. I didn't get any books signed by him, but he had a lot of people in that line wanting to get books by him.
Oh yeah, yeah. Rob's got his fans now.
Absolutely.
I don't have a problem with him charging whatever he wants, but refusing the grading companies for, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that. Exactly.
Seems like bullshit. But
What are you talking about when he stopped wanting to use CGC and went to CBCS?
yeah.
You know what? That was like right after I had met him at Oak City Comic Con. There was a long line of people, right? Me and my cousin were like first in line because everybody had went for lunch or whatever, and they came back. When they came back, me and him was already in the front of the line. You know what I'm saying? And there was a guy named David Hung who actually has a Facebook page.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna just get a refill. Sorry.
Yeah.
And he does these private signings where, you know, you send your books in and they go to the Comic Cons, they get them signed for you. They charge a fee for the signature and an extra fee for the grading. And David was telling us, you know, how much the prices was going to be for the 3 books. And he said it was $380. And that was including the CGC fee and the signing. And right after that con, Rob actually had announced that he wasn't going through CGC anymore. And I don't know. I was just speculating that maybe, you know, the CGC rep working there was like high charging people. He didn't know about it. I wonder why he actually stopped, you know, using CGC there for a while. What was the whole point of that?
Yep. He has not been transparent about it, which is, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
I have both I have CBCS books and I have CGC books. I don't really have a preference. I think they're both great slabs, other than CGC sells for more. But I don't know. The practice is just weird, and he's very vocal about who he will and will not sign with. So whatever.
Wow. So you mean when you go to a con or when you meet him, you don't know if he's going to go through CGC or CBCS when you get there?
Well, I mean, he does social media posts.
Yeah. I know he's on Twitter. Yeah.
The CGC has a Deadpool label now, and
Oh shit.
and Liefeld just tweeted like, I will not sign CGC facilitated books. So,
Oh my god, dude's a prima donna.
yeah.
Oh my god, bro. Yeah, I've got 3 CBCS books, man. I like the casing, man. I don't know. That's not probably not a big deal when you get stuff graded, but the casing on them is very, very nice and sleek. I got 3 Guardians of the Galaxy #1 signed by Donnie Cates and Lucero Perillo. They're all 9.8s, Unknown Comics exclusive covers. You know, the glow in the dark cover and whatnot. Yeah, those are the only 3 I got. I actually like them. I mean, I like them, man. I mean, I know the value of them isn't as big as CGC, but you know, damn, this is some nice graded books. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't like the labels. I think the labels look kind of but yeah, who cares about it?
I think the labels are cool, other than the paper looking cheap.
That light blue looking paper. I think I'll pull it out.
Yeah. Well, Chris,
Sorry, yellow.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I think those labels look cool. I just when you look at the paper up close, it's thin. Okay, I think the one on the left looks like an artistic label, whereas the one on the right looks like a banknote.
This is the one on the right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, you're right.
Am I right? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I think I have a copy of that Guardians of the Galaxy one signed too, in a CBCS. I got it signed by Donnie Cates and just send it, and they gave me a red label, which I'm cool with that. I have no issues with those labels. Actually, I have some right here.
Yeah, label's not a huge thing. That's not really my whole big issue with it. I mean, I like the CBCS cases though. I mean, nice and thin. They seem just as durable as the CGC. Very nice.
Yep. And have you guys had experience with the Newton rings, the rainbow rings on the CGC cases?
I do have a couple. Yeah.
It's the most infuriating thing ever.
Yeah, I don't think you see them on the CBCS.
Actually, I got an example.
They're not on CBCS.
I got an example right here. if you wanna just put me in on the main screen,
Yeah, there we go.
You may be able to see it. I don't know.
Dan.
Sorry.
Dan.
I suck at StreamYard. God damn it.
I haven't even figured out how to do none of this, so you're ahead of me.
Man.
You may have to pull me off and then put me on as the main one.
Okay.
Oh.
You have to. It's playing around with it.
Give me a second.
I know you did it earlier.
I know I did.
Here's the story.
I know. All right, let's just go with what we got.
That's fine. Like, you may be able to see it. You see that little glare right around this area?
I see it.
I see it right there.
Yeah.
It's like this weird little glare. That's it right there.
Oh shit, yeah.
So, yeah, CGC is notorious for that. You don't get. I haven't had a CBCS book yet that had that. But it's a cool book that ended up getting signed and sketched by Clayton Crane. This second Rise series was actually the cover art and interior was done by Clayton Crane. So when I got a chance to meet him last year, I told him to do a cool, bloodshot sketch.
Definitely seeing it at that angle, Mark. When
you can see it.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude. Yeah, I got one worse than that. I thought it was on the outside of the screen. I know you're not gonna be able to see this, but
it's worse on dark covers.
Let's see. Oh, sorry.
Oh yeah.
Right there where my finger is. If I pull it up, where the fuck is my finger at? Yeah, I don't know if you can see that. Nah, you're not gonna see it. Yeah, right there. Yeah, it looks like it's blood right there.
Who signed that? Is that Jenny Frisman?
Yeah, dude, it's like the first time I've even seen this shit, man. It looks like it's like a big ass like print, but it's on the inside of the book because I'm steadily trying to wipe it off and they're not.
Oh, let me tell you, guys, my CGC Newton rings story. You've heard that they're called Newton rings, rainbow rings, whatever.
Yep.
I had bought a one of the first. Well, it was the first Gal Gadot photo cover before Batman, Superman, Dawn of Justice. They did a signing for like $200, signed and graded, got it back, and it just looked like water was on the front of the cover. Just like it was a rainbow. You didn't have to hold it at an angle. Just like, wow, there is your rainbow. And I'm like, I know this is going to be $1,000 book at some point. And I emailed their customer service. They're like, no, that's standard with our covers, whatever. And God, the woman who helped me out. God, I'm forgetting her name. Can't remember her name, but she helped me out. I'll put it in the comments when I remember it. But she facilitated the whole process of getting the case getting the book in a larger case. It was on their dime. The only thing I paid for was my shipping to them.
Oh, okay.
And it was fucking awesome. But And I sold that book for $1,000.
That's great customer service. Normally, I've heard people that they wouldn't do shit for.
Magic Lasso, here you go, babe. Babe, bro. Yeah, it was a beautiful book, but I did not want fucking Newton rings on my Wonder Woman 50 photo cover signed by Gal Gadot.
Oh shit! You got to meet Gal Gadot?
No, it was done. It was done by a facilitator.
Yeah.
I mean, this was like 8 years ago. When did Batman? When did Batman Superman Dawn of Justice come out? That's. I mean, she charges probably $500 for a signature now too. So.
Oh my god!
But I mean,
I'd pay her $500 just to smell her feet.
Yeah, I heard that. I would too. Let me take her bowling. I'd pay her $1,000, you know. But I mean, the CGC Newton ring thing, the rainbow rings, it's bullshit. We cannot accept it. And the YouTubers, people online, Chris, you've seen it. You hate it, right?
Yeah. I mean, I got it on a couple books, but yeah. I mean, it doesn't affect the book itself. It's just on.
I know, but it's bullshit.
Yeah. I mean, if CBCS doesn't have it, I mean, I don't know, man. What is?
Yeah, well, I mean, what the fuck?
A lot of people rag on CBCS with their cases and all that shit, but yet they don't have the Newton rings.
Yeah, dude. I seriously love their cases. You know what I'm saying, man?
Yeah.
Cases and like I think if I had because I got all my cases here in these boxes. If I had all CBCS books, I could actually fit more than I could if it was just all CGC. You know, maybe one or two more. But I mean, have you ever shot PGX?
Fuck no.
No.
Excuse my language. Just not a reputable company.
I'll buy them because you can get them cheaper.
Yeah, I mean, like if you just wanted a book in a plastic case and you didn't really care about the value of it or nothing like that, yeah.
I do have a PGX book upstairs that I bought, a 9.8 that was significantly cheaper than what I would have paid for a CGC 9.8, and I'm just going to end up cracking it and reslabbing it.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, you guys have read all the horrible things about PGX.
Yeah.
Not being a reputable company.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, this thing here's got rings all in it. Oh, shit, yeah, bro.
What are you doing, Chris? You're checking out books you've never seen before?
Yeah. You got me looking for rings now, man.
Yeah.
Here's a cool thing. Got a Rye #1.
What does the pink label mean? I'm not really.
So that's their red signature verification label.
How much do they charge for the signature verification?
So it's I want to say it's $25 or $30.
Okay,
for the book rating.
Like I've got some books with like the COA, a couple of Venom 3 by Tyler Kirkham, and the only way I'm gonna be able to get those graded it'll have to be through them. And I was kind of curious. I've never used.
Yeah, and the cool thing about CBCS because they're affiliated with Beckett. And they have their own signature verification program. So you can provide with their COAs or whatnot. They still do their background check and they make sure that the signatures are verified. And what they do is they actually give you back your COAs when you get your books back in the mail. Unlike CGC, they'll just, they'll throw them out. If you send them a signed book and it's not, present with a witness, you're going to get a green label, which I'm not a big fan of.
Yeah.
I don't mind the red labels. In some of the books, they actually complement the cover. But, so I don't mind it. I have that book. Like I said, I have this Bloodshot 9.8 signed by Bob Layton that I got it done at the convention. I got it signed myself. I just took my time to send it in. So, ended up getting that book. And there's my second copy, the 9.6.
No, I think their authorized signature program is very cool.
Yeah.
I think their art label is very cool. I'm gonna bring one up too if I can find it.
Yeah, I've got that one right, a 9.8, and then I got that ungraded one. But I had a 9.8, and right when that movie was announced,
Yep.
That thing sold for like $265. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't pay. I think I paid like $80 for it. You know, bought it for my cousin. It was a 9.8. He already had it graded, so I was like, "Shit, yeah, bro." But I'm gonna hold these up.
It says it on there. If I can get the right angle, they'll say it on there. Verified signature. You can see that.
No, I take your word for it.
Says verified signature by Bob Layton.
Oh yeah. That's it. Yeah.
You know, I don't mind it. It's a cool cover, cool label. They're actually working on this spring. They're coming out with a new generation slab.
Yep.
As CBCS released out in an email recently. So that should be coming out in the spring. So I'm kind of interested to see how those look out, you know, compared to the ones right now.
Yep.
And you have to go on that, Dan?
I want to show this. They also do an art label program.
Yeah,
where
absolutely.
Where you can do sketches and whatnot. Magic Lasso. If you're still in here, I think you can appreciate this. This is by one Chadwick Haberland. I showed him a photo, and he was like, "Yes, I will do a photorealistic sketch of this." And it's just badass.
Yeah,
let's get close up there.
Really cool how they do that.
And I didn't have to worry about a grade. I just wanted my cover with the authorized blah, 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 blah.
I got a couple portrait tattoos, man. I'm telling you, that is a fucking nice portrait right there. Damn, took it away.
Yeah. Chadwick Haberland, he is one of the best photorealistic comic book artists out there.
Bring that closer to the screen, Dan.
Yeah.
Let me get it closer over there.
And 1-2 Comic Talk actually has it there in the live chat. So it's like you said, $25 for the first signature, $15 for each signature afterwards for CBCS.
Oh my God, that is beautiful, man. Let me tell you something. With a portrait, if you get the eyes wrong whatsoever, the portrait is screwed. That is beautiful.
Yeah, that's amazing.
And I mean, this isn't like a Photoshop. This isn't like a Photoshop layer or whatever that he's tracing over. So I mean, there's some talent.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Chadwick Haberland, and yeah, he's amazing. He's amazing. And just props to the CBCS art label.
Wow. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, Magic, you got to see that Magic Lasso. You got to see that Wonder Woman cover. I hope so.
$25 for first signature and $15 each signature per book. Okay.
Yeah, it's not bad. Not bad at all. You know, and they verify all the signatures.
So with the 25, the verification, is that the signature and the grade, or is that just the signature and then the grade is entirely different?
The signature that's the grade for one book, for one signature.
25, to authorize the signature and grade it.
Yep, for modern book, yeah, for modern.
Okay, all right, yeah, that's what's up, then. What about like you want to get it pressed?
Dylan's Comics in the house. Want to say, hey,
if you want to get it pressed through them too, it's an additional fee. Yep.
All right. Did they do like a fast track?
They have their own expedited, you know, processes as well, and they provide you on the actual what do you call it, the grader's notes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, CGC.
Yeah,
to do that.
So all these Rye books, I just submitted them blind. I didn't get it, you know, I didn't get them pressed. I just wanted to get it signed and verified. So, you know, and they tell you on the website, the grader's note. So like these 9.6s that I sent and got back, they had pressable defects. So I could actually get 9.8s with those.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Cause like I said, man, I've never used CBCS personally.
And that's why I was saying, like, these white covers, they're always so hard to tell. And that's the thing. But I submitted these blind, and I got one a 9.8, and the other one was a 9.6. So not bad. I was happy with that.
Yeah. Right. Wow.
So, you know, it's definitely something to look into.
Well, Mark, it sounds like you're familiar with pressing. Who do you use, or do you press your books yourself?
No, I haven't gotten into the whole pressing game. I'm pretty limited in my space as it is when it comes to collecting books and storing them, that I can't just like add a press and stuff like that in there as well. So I'm trying to actually keep my collection, on the smaller side. I have already four short boxes and one long box, and then close to 35, 40 graded books. And that's cutting it pretty close to what I can be for storage capacity.
It's about the size of my press, which I got it in a hook right now. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's enough room for.
Okay.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I got it took apart right now because I'm taking the padding off the front of it. But yeah,
Chris, that was my next question. Oh my God, throw that thing out, man.
Oh shit, that thing's a workhorse, bro. That thing works good.
That's work for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't really need a big, huge one up in here. That's just enough room right there. Yeah, it's perfect enough for a comic book.
Okay.
Like one book, unless you're pressing like a whole bunch of them at one time, I don't think that's possible. Yeah, that thing works.
1-2 comic book. How are you?
Oh, sorry. I said $25 for a verified signature with the grading. It's actually 25 for signature verification, not including grading the book. When it's around $40. It's around $40. When I had submitted those books, they had a promo where you can send them out and get a discount. So I ended up getting them for $25 at the time. So it's $25 for signature verification on top of the grading fee. So thanks for pointing that out, 1-2 Comic Talk.
Oh yeah.
Comic Talk. I like CBCS too. Mark, do you post on CBCS boards?
Do I post on them?
No. Yeah.
No.
Okay.
No. I don't do a lot of like the blogging on there and asking questions. I'll go on there sometimes if I want to find out some information, but I don't go on there posting it. I just don't have time for it, unfortunately.
I
know there's a lot of information out there, which is very helpful. But yeah, I don't post on them. Do you post on there, Dan?
I do. Yeah, I'm fairly active. Yeah, I'm all over the place. My experience with CBCS has been great, but I read horror stories on the boards, on some of the threads, but I don't know.
Like what kind of horror stories? Like
I don't know. Just people are drama queens.
Yeah, I know.
Taking too long. I don't even repeat because my experiences have been great.
Yeah. No, same here.
My fast pass experiences with CBCS have been about 8 weeks. Maybe 12. That's not bad. So.
Yeah. No, I haven't had any. To date, I haven't had any issues with CBCS or CGC when it comes to grading or pressing books. When you get them pressed through the company, it takes significantly significantly more time to get the books back. So definitely, if you can press your own books or know somebody who can press, I would recommend that, because otherwise you're going to expect 5 to 6 months to get your books back.
Yes.
That's all I can say from that standpoint, unless you pay for fast track.
Well, I mean, CBCS, their presser is in Florida and their grading company is in Texas. So there's that.
Yeah, there's that obstacle. Yep.
That is strange. Whereas the CGC presser is in the same building, and you can pay for a fast pass pressing, and it's not that long. So I've had experiences with that. It's not that bad. So draw your own conclusions.
Yeah. Because I'm still waiting on my CGC books to come back. I had submitted them back in November when I went to the Rhode Island Comic Con. And I did my pressing through them. I got my non-pressed books back within 4 weeks. I'm still waiting to hear back on the books I chose to get pressed by them.
But did you do a fast press?
I did fast press on just one book.
Okay.
I kind of wanted to test the market. And I'm still waiting on that fast track book to come back.
From November?
Yeah. And that was just one book.
And you did fast pressing, and grading.
Yep, for that one book. Yep, I kind of wanted to test it just to, to reach a conclusion to see whether or not it was worth it. And I'm still waiting, and it's mid-February.
Yeah, call them. I've heard it's been 8 to 12 weeks, so
yeah,
call them.
So, like I said, I'm not in a rush to get the books back. I just kind of wanted to see what would happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But how have you been? Have you been successful with pressing your books, Chris? How long have you been doing it? What obstacles have you come up with? Any? Just tell me about it.
I mean, shit, dude. I mean, I had to make my own humidity chamber, which kind of like I watch a lot of YouTube videos and stuff like that. That kind of helps. I actually got like a little box with a rack, little plastic container with a rack that sits up off the base of the floor of the box, and you pour some scalded hot water in there, but then you sit the like a cloth rag on top of the metal cradle. I had to show you, and it sits up off the water. You obviously don't want to get the book wet, and then you just shut the lid on it, and it kind of steams the book. Or I mean, I seen a guy, which I would never do that. He kind of ran it over to steam over a pot as it was boiling, which that seems kind of ghetto. But I mean, do what you got to do. Yeah, but I'd be kind of skeptical about those, like if some water shoots out of it or something like that. The steamers, like you steam your clothes. What's it?
Yeah.
The name of the steamer companies, but yeah, I'd be kind of skeptical, like some water might shoot up out of it or something like that, get on your book. But yeah. But my LCS owner, TJ, I got a CGC account. I can take books to his shop and drop them off, and it's $27 to get it graded, and he covers the shipping and everything, and he is probably one of the best pressers around. I mean, this guy's he's good at what he does. And
that's pretty cool.
He gets it pressed for you. He really won't charge you that much. He won't charge you what CGC he would charge to press it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe $5-6 extra bucks on top of the 27. And then, they usually come back good grades when he presses them. So if you send them to him and he sends them out, he'll normally press it himself if you ask to get it pressed. So if you go that route,
Nice. I'll be right back. I think the little guy just woke up.
All right. Yeah.
I will say this. I mean, there is such a thing as paper memory and paper reverberation. I mean, the shit looks great.
Yeah.
For 8 to 12 to 24 to 72, how many hours? And then it'll revert back to how it looks. I've seen it happen. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm decent at it, but ain't no way I would stick like a damn 181 up in here and try to press it myself. I am not on that level yet. Or I'm not that confident to even want to try something like that, but like my normal like books here and there and my books I get once a week, or a book that probably ain't like no $2,000-$3,000 book. Yeah. I mean, but I don't know, man. It's all about not having that heat completely all the way up to a sort of certain height, but my friend, he actually has his like on the bottom of mine. It come with like a I don't know, almost like a Kevlar padding at the bottom, and he actually had the top of his with like a metal I want to say like a metal plate formed to the top of it or something. So it just actually the top and the bottom is like completely smooth metal. So it's just like a hot iron on top of an iron. And I like his, man. He's got like it's like a way bigger press, but I like his. He's like it's like some real metal. The whole thing's made out of. So I forgot where he said he bought his.
I mean, pressing is a real thing, and I definitely think it helps. I mean, I have bought books that had spine ticks that pressed out from like being in a packed long box, And when you see that, it's like fucking beautiful. But I also know like there's paper reverberation from heat presses, but I don't know. It's just personal experience from what I've seen. So
All right, guys. I'm actually gonna head out. The little guy just woke up. I'm gonna have to put him back down in a few minutes. So I want to thank Stan for having me on. Chris, like talking to you guys.
Yeah. Mark, thanks for checking in, man. We've had some brief conversations, and wow, the discourse tonight has been, excuse me for saying, fucking awesome. I appreciate it. Check into my streams, man. I appreciate it.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, damn it, man. This could be a round table.
Fuck Copper.
Definitely.
If you're into it, maybe I'll see what I can do.
Yeah, definitely hit me up. I appreciate you, having me on, and we can chat up in IG and definitely hook up when we get a little roundtable going. Definitely, I had a blast.
Yeah,
so, I appreciate your insight. It was on point.
Yeah. All right, guys, have a good night.
Mark. Take care, bro.
All right, take care, guys.
Thank you, Mark.
Oh yeah, great guy, bro. He puts out some good work, man. Good content.
Yeah.
Man, I wonder how old this kid is, man. God damn, it must be young. You gotta put him to bed. I remember my son was damn little, man. That shit. Now he's 21, bro. He's a big boy. He's not even a boy no more. He's a man.
Yeah, I'm wondering who was older, Chris, you or me.
Well, let's see here. I was 74 when I was born. A lot of people don't know.
Okay. I'm older.
Yeah. Ah, shit, man. Time ain't nothing but a number.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, man. There's some days I might be 45, but I swear to God, I feel like I'm 80 or 85. Like I feel like shit. Like I don't even feel like moving. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if it's my bones or what, man. Like there's arthritis in my knee, my wrist. You got to take high blood pressure medication, cholesterol medication.
Chris, how old did you say you are? 45?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's when age hit me. Thanks, Magic Lasso. Appreciate it, man. Thank you. That's when age hit me, man. Man, I'll tell you, I work out a lot, and my workouts till I was like 40 or 40 to 44, I was running as fast as I was when I was a 20-year-old man. And at some point, my heartbeat got irregular. I just started having trouble breathing. And it was age, man. It was age.
Yeah. I got cardiac issues, and which I've said this on a live before. I don't really like to repeat it too many times. People think you're trying to get some kind of sympathy vote going on, but now I had like an acute stroke 7 years ago, and right after I had the stroke, I couldn't really use my right arm, couldn't really walk. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't, my mind, my memory. I had like kind of a memory loss and tremors and shit like that. And then I had to go in the hospital for about a week and a half 2 months ago for cardiac issues. That's why I kind of tried to quit the cigarettes, bro. Like trying to quit smoking them cigarettes. They the devil.
Have you quit them yet?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Let me tell you, when I started having trouble breathing, that's when I quit cigarettes for real. Yeah. And you look like a badass motherfucker, man, 20 years ago. So
he said
I told you, I watched that timeline, man.
He's like, you look like a badass motherfucker 20 years ago.
Well, I mean, I was too. Well, okay.
Yeah.
5 years ago. How about that?
Yeah. Oh, we was all badasses in our 20s, man. God damn. I can imagine. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I know exactly what you mean, man. Yeah, dude. Kids, family, man. The whole nine, it slows down after a while, bro.
I didn't mean 20 years ago. I meant like 5 years ago. But I mean, you put the whole timeline on there, man. You like from like 45 to 20. You know,
Yeah. I remember my 20s, bro. It was like, this seems like once you hit 30, man. I don't want to say it's all downhill, but man, it's not uphill. I can tell you that. You know, it's an uphill climb, but this just seems like it's all downhill. It's what it feels like, bro. Like next thing you know, you're 35, you're 36, boom, boom, boom. Time just goes by fast. You know, but yeah, I don't know, man. It's different for different people.
I didn't I didn't age until I was 40. My hair didn't turn. I didn't mind any of that because my hair turned white. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Turn into grandpa, man.
I kind of like it though. You know what I'm saying? I kind of like it. A little gray.
You got a lot of black though. I'm all white, so.
I know my cousin, man. I catch him. He's steadily trying to dye his shit, like a hair club for men and shit like that. I'm like, bro,
no way.
Grandma's over there, like, you know that shit's gonna grow back even thicker and grayer than it was before, son. I don't know what you're doing. Like, boy, you better listen to Grandma. She's 93 years old. She knows what she's talking about. He's steadily trying to dye it.
All right, Chris, we need to end this. I appreciate the hell out of you tuning in, man.
Yeah.
I
appreciate that Wonder Woman sketch cover, bro. That damn.
Yeah. Thank you.
Man. What's the guy's name again? One more time.
Chadwick Harlan. I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you in an IG private mail.
Cause like if you was to send him, I mean, not because would he do commissions? Like if I wanted to get like a sketch of my mom, and you know, would he wouldn't be interested in doing anything like that?
He would do that if he's not busy. Just send him a big scanner of the picture, and he'd probably do it anywhere from $100 to $250.
Okay, yeah, dude, yeah. I've been thinking about getting a portrait of my mom since she passed away, but I haven't found the right person to do it yet. Yeah.
So, hey, what is the 26 thing? If you're allowed to say, you did.
Yeah, it's a Fayetteville, North Carolina thing. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. So yeah. It's not nothing. It's not nothing good, but it ain't nothing bad at the same time. Yeah. So it's a Fayetteville, North Carolina thing. Yeah. Yeah, it's all good. But yeah, dude, I don't know. That shit just came to me to do the whole intro video like that. I was like, yeah. Then my boy's like, all right, yeah. Might as well use it.
CarolinaChris26.
I know, man. Get the shirts made, man.
I am gonna end this, but I think the synergy between us was fucking badass, and I definitely want to do a favorite Harley Quinn books at some point.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
So, are you down with that?
Yeah, dude. I got like I got like a whole like half of a long box right here. That's nothing but Harley. I got a whole long box. Is Harley and Nightwing. That's that whole long box over there. You know what I'm saying? And beside that is Batman and Spawn and whatnot. Yeah, most definitely. I love Harley. Fuck it.
Okay. So I heard that. Say goodnight. You want to shout out to any social media or anything?
Check me out on Instagram, guys. Instagram and Twitter. I'm on Instagram a lot, and then I'm on Twitter more than I'm on Facebook. So if you're not on Twitter, I don't mean totally on you, but I am on Twitter a lot more than Facebook for sure. So Twitter and Instagram, man, hit me up, and YouTube. So shout out to 1-2 Comic Talk, guys. Magic Lasso, Wolf Warner, Dan, Mark, all y'all guys. Have a great Sunday.
Thank you to Chris and Mark for making it interesting. Talk soon, y'all.
Peace.